Let's cast Niv-Mizzet Reborn. Let's get some cards. Yep. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Lenny and you're watching Lenny TV. Today, the Amonkhet Singleton Event has launched. And I love Singleton. I'm pretty stoked to get finally Brawl into the game. But I also love these events. And one deck I always play when these events arrive is my Niv-Mizzet Singleton 5-color list. I made a few changes. I want to try out a deck without the golden lands, essentially, that fix for colors, for all colors that is. I want to try it like this. You will see the deck list shortly. Before we get into the deck list, I want to beg you though to smash that like button and that subscribe button. Maybe hit that bell if you today feel adventurous and you're like, huh, that's a new creator. I should give him a chance. Let's smash that bell. And don't miss any of his new videos. That would be really nice. But actually you don't have to do that. I'm just asking you for a favor, you know. But yeah, if you're a viewer, you already know this deck. I played it in the previous Singleton event. And all you have to know about this deck is that it's really a ton of fun if you play it. It feels amazing to get Kalia. It feels amazing to neoform something into Niv-Mizzet. It feels just amazing to play this deck if it works. If it's not working, it feels a little bit bad. Because not getting enough mana or colors is not the best feeling in the world. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the deck explanation. Alright everyone, we're in the deck builder and I'm going to briefly explain this deck. All you need to know about the mana base is that we have 13 green sources of mana, 9 blue sources and 10 white, black and red sources. Meaning, if we count Paradise Druid as a half a source and Chromatic Lantern as half a source, we have 11 of the red, black and white, 10 of the blue sources, and this deck should be able to be played somewhat consistently. Even though you might want to, I'm going to scroll down here, you might want to include the golden lands, and with that I mean the lands that like the Spire that needs you to pay one or it will sacrifice itself. Because that fixes for every color. I'm just trying this mana base out to see how consistent this really feels. And if you should do it like this. Alright, mana base covered. This deck it has a lot of great stuff in it. I don't know where to start. We have Karn the Great Creator here to enable us to run a lot of wish cards in the sideboard. And in here we have a lot of good stuff. I tried to include cards like Pendulum that gains you free life immediately as a permanent, because we are running Yarok and you maybe can gain more than 3. I'm running stuff like Sky Scanner to draw 2 cards if you have Yarok. And yeah, I'm including those cards because we are running Yarok. Otherwise you might want to tweak this sideboard a little bit to your liking. We have 1 Tomb of the Guild Pact and this card is just a bomb in this deck. I mean, just read it and you'll understand that this is really good in this deck. Basically drawing you a card whenever you cast a spell, and it adds 1 mana of any color, helping you to fix some colors if you should need it. Alright, let's get into the deck. I will go 2 CMC, 3 CMC, 4 CMC, 5 and 6. So at 2 we have a Paradise Druid. It helps us fix colors and it's actually a pretty good 2-drop. Surta Goblin, in case we manage to get these 2 in our opening hand, we can actually start to be quite aggressive and have a pretty strong board, because these have really good stats and are actually also quite flexible because you can use them hasted as removal or some sort of finisher actually. We have 1 Domin's Veto because I like this card and I feel in the right situation this can actually win us the game on its own. We just need 1 crucial card to resolve. Well, if you have Dovin's Veto, that will resolve. Unless they have another counter spell to counter the card you want to protect, then it's useless. But yeah, I want to try it and it seems to be a good card. You can also fetch every guild colored card with Niv-Mizzet, so it's really good to have an Azorius guild colored card in here that you can fetch. We have one copy of D-Spark, great removal at instant speed, but it only removes cards that have CMC 4 or greater. Keep that in mind. The only thing to keep in mind with Assassin's Trophy, it's again great instant speed removal, but the opponent gets a land untapped. That is the thing you need to remember. Justice Strike, great removal against the likes of Galta, for example, and I expect to see some big creatures in Singleton anyway, because people like or enjoy play those things. We have one Neoform and the one Hydroid Krasis. Krasis just being good if you needed to round out your curve, or if you have a lot of mana but nothing else. Krasis, great card. It's flying, it's trample, it draws card, gains life. It's just an amazing card. Neoform is in here because you have the rare chance of transforming Paradise Druid or the Goblin into Kalia, actually. That could be really good, because Kalia can fetch for angels, but dragons as well. Turns out Niv-Mizzet is a dragon, and for demons as well. So you could get your board wipe. I included this as kind of a meme. You probably want to cut Rakdos, the showstopper. But yeah, I just wanted to play with it. You don't need to play with it. I don't think it's very good, but it can be really fun, I think. So we included it just for good measure. It's a demon and it synergizes with Kalia. You can find some angels, Aurelia, demons, angels, and it's feeling great. Rien. By the way, this card has the dopest animation ever. But yeah, that's the 2 slot. Let's go to this 3 slot. I'm not too sure about Deputy of Detention, but it's great removal for any permanent. So it can be really good. Tempo play with good stats. Really situational card, but I like it just because of that. In Singleton you need to be kind of flexible sometimes. That's why Night of Autumn is a good include. Of course, Kalia, great card. If you manage to drop it on turn 3, it's even better. And it can search for Niv-Mizzet, which is the key card in this deck, but it can also search for other angels, a demon. And I think it's pretty sweet synergy. We have one Teferi here, because it's just way too good, and I wanted some really good cards in the deck. I don't know if you need to run it, but I run quite a lot of Planeswalkers as well. And that's why I run Oath of Kaya. And that's why I run Teferi. You can make a point for running the Sarkhan as well. That would be maybe a good inclusion instead of the Showstopper. But yeah, I just wanted to play this to have a demon in the deck that I can fetch. Chromatic Lantern, one of the MVP cards in this deck. It actually fixes for every color you want. And fixes every land you have, but it ramps as well. So it's just an amazing card. Best 4-drop probably in the deck. It replaces itself, gains us life, helps us stay alive against aggressive decks, but it has also a good body and is flying. So it's just a good card. In general, Seraph of the Scales, pretty much the same thing. We can fetch it. It's an angel. We can fetch it with Niv-Mizzet and Kalia. It has really good stats. We can give it Death Touch, helping us destroy really big creatures, but we can also give it Vigilance. And after it dies, it drops 2 white, black and white spirit tokens, which is also really good. And they fly. People often underestimate how good that is. We have one Hostage Taker. Also a really good 4-drop if the opponent doesn't have some removal for it. Feels great to hostage take something and then play their own card against them. We have one Aurelia here. It's an angel again. It has a pretty good effect. It has Mentor. It's a really good card, to be honest. But it has the upside of being fetchable by Niv-Mizzet and Kalia, which is just awesome. We have one Segana. I wanted to try this out. Maybe you should run the Prime Speak of Vannifar instead, giving us another Neoform effect. That might be way better, actually, now that I think about it. But now, today, we are running Segana. I want to try her out. You should probably not run this. You should probably run the Prime Speaker Vannifar if you want a really consistent deck. We have Nicol Bolas, of course. Transforming one of the 3-drops into Nicol Bolas is really good as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you all know this card. I don't need to talk a lot about it. It's just really good. And if the opponent is not able to deal with it, it's just way better. We have one Tamiyo. Tamiyo can recur stuff from the graveyard. But also her static ability is really good because it denies discards and sacrificing permanents And that's just really strong sometimes. Karn is in here to enable us the wish board. We have Trostani because I hate getting my stuff stolen and not having a way to actually get it back. And that's why Trostani is in here. Rian is in here because it's multicolored, helping us enable the Tomb, which is a really good ramp card, but it's also an angel. And it also buffs almost every creature we have in the deck. Or maybe every. No, Paradise Druid will not get buffed. So almost every creature gets the buff. And I wanted to try her out. And to be honest, her animation is so badass that I just need to play this card. It's just so amazing. Yarok, of course, it's in here because of his effect. And lifesteal, it helps us stay alive against aggressive decks. Etc, etc. You get the point. We have one Golos in here because I wanted to try it out. To put him in this deck. It can help us fix mana. But his passive ability can sort of serve like a backup Niv-Mizzet, where you can pay mana into him and then you get some cards to play for free. And I actually play this as my commander, so I just wanted to play this card. It's actually one of my favorite cards ever, because it finally enabled my Mirror Commander deck. Yeah, I really love that deck. We of course have Niv-Mizzet Reborn, which is the awesome card this deck is actually built around. We have Time Wipe, which has some synergy with our Enter the Battlefield effects. We have a really, really strong sorcery here. Enter the God Eternal is one of the best sorceries you can run, and it's fetchable with Niv-Mizzet. We have Find Finality, it's a board wipe, but it can also recur some creatures from the graveyard, which is really good. I really love that. We have Rakdos the Showstopper. This is just included for the memes. And we have one copy of Ugin the Ineffable, which is just a great flexible card. And yeah, this is the Singleton deck I will be running for this Amonkhet Land Reward event. And without further ado, let's get right into the game, shall we? Alright, our first opponent is No Ya Yu. No Ya Yo. And we are both playing Mu Young Ling. I guess we are some fans. Let's take a Mulligan here. I don't really like this one. This one looks way better. And we're putting back Dovin's Veto. Alright, let's start off by casting the land that comes into play tapped. Without us having any choice. And let's cast Paradise Druid. With this we successfully rammed to 4. And that's actually a really good start. Jaded Ranger is a good card. Getting a land and the Eldest Reborn. He keeps the Eldest Reborn on top. But we will apply some pressure here by casting Aurelia. I guess we put it on Aurelia herself, it doesn't really matter. Not enough mana to cast the Eldest. But enough mana to cast the Chupacabra. And that hurts. Alright. We can actually cast Niv-Mizzet Reborn! And we will do that, hopefully finding a lot of cards. And we find a lot of cards. Yeah, we are taking all of them. Thank you very much. And we are tossing away, I guess, the Showstopper. Showstopper doesn't really serve a purpose right now. Whereas all the other cards are pretty good. Alright, Raska's Contempt coming down. No Eldest Reborn was cast. Alright. So what do we cast here? I would love casting 2 cards, but that's not possible. I guess we can create a 4/4. Let's gain a life. And let's cast... I think Seraph of the Scales is the best choice here. Let's leave the Paradise Druid untapped so it has hexproof. I mean, it doesn't help against sacrifice or edict effects. But against targeted removal, hexproof is very good. So both of these creatures hurt to remove, especially if you don't exile it, and he already used one exile effect. We could be lucky here. Alright, the mana ramping creature. That's alright. And he swings with the Jaillight Ranger. Alright, I will block with the Paradise Druid here. Meaning I sacrifice the Paradise Druid here to keep my Seraph of the Scales alive. And I'm fine with that. Let's play Oath of Kaya here. And let's get rid of his Druid of the Cowl. He seems to be a little bit short on mana. And we will use that to our advantage and push some damage here. Even if he finds a mana, if I have to, oh, it's tapped. But even if I had to sacrifice the Seraph of the Scales, I would still be kinda okay because it will relieve 2 1/1 spirits. And that's actually good for us. Alright, so let's put a +1/+1 counter on the Spellbreaker now. And then let's shock in Breeding Pool and play Zagana, and we will draw a card because the Spellbreaker has a +1/+1 counter. We draw another land, and we will swing with the Seraph of the Scales. So we are pushing some damage through here. He is able to cast the Eldest Reborn, but I will sacrifice the Seraph of the Scales, I think. That way we have 2 flying creatures that can push some damage through every turn. And he has to find a way to get rid of all of this without losing his stuff. I guess Commanded Red Horde is still scary. Could get back the Showstopper from the Eldest Reborn, but I can just despark the Eldest Reborn. That's pretty good. So we are in a really good position anyway. We can push a lot of damage. Can push a lot of damage. I guess targeting the Brontodon was a real bad choice, because now nothing will resolve. Right? Oh, it will. So we still get the army and we still mill him. Alright, then we will remove the Eldest Reborn now. And attack with everything. So we push a lot of damage. That's at least 6 damage. Alright, next turn we have maybe lethal. But maybe he removes everything. Could be both. No, actually it cannot be both. Then it would be Schrodinger's Magic Arena win debacle. I don't think that's... Oh man, what are you talking? Let's focus on the game. Lenny, actually, let's just focus on the game. I think you have this one in the pocket. And there is it! The first win. And I always love Singleton. I always have to bring out this deck if Singleton Event is out. Alright, the second opponent is Nick Kane. And he's playing as Rakdos, the Showstopper. And I'm hoping that he isn't mad at us because we just tossed him away in our last game. Now we're keeping this because we have Neoform in our hand. And I'm just speculating that we maybe draw something that we can turn into Niv-Mizzet or into Kalia. Let's go. We could even cast Kalia on curve if we draw her. That's pretty crazy. Alright, let's go for Sulfur Forest, because I don't actually need the Glacial Fortress on curve to hit any drop here. Now, still the same story. I don't need to hit anything. So we're just playing slow here. Our opponent as well. There is a freebooter. Now, what will he take here? I'm actually curious. Maybe he takes Tobin's Veto. Maybe something completely different. He could take Neoform. He takes Neoform. Alright, that is weird. I find that very weird. Let's play Trostani, create 2 soldiers and pass a turn. Right now, there is not a lot of action going on. Chupacabra to kill Trostani. Alright. It's alright. We found the Karn. That's actually really good. Alright, but what should we do here? I think playing Karn and minusing him is pretty much the best choice here. We will dig for some extra value. I think this is a great card to get here. We have enough mana to cast it already. So this will give us a lot of value here against our opponent. And he should have a hard time of killing it with just attacks. Alright, we can time wipe as well. Seems like my opponent kinda is going all in here.
Your efforts are futile.
Find another land. So we will drop the Tomb of the Guild Pact. Should we plus Karn here? He needs 3 damage to kill it. So we can actually maybe save it for another turn. If we do this...
There is great power in the things we make.
We can block both of these, killing the Chupacabra and blocking this with a token. Our Field of the Dead will need a long time to activate, my friend. I don't know if that was the smartest inclusion. We have a 5/5 book beating you down. Alright, so Karn takes 1 damage. I think we just attack with everything. And then we wipe the board. And we wipe it with Time Wipe. This will draw us a card and give us the Chromatic Lantern. Now we can actually... We will submit 0 here, because I don't gain any value of turning these into creatures now. I don't think he has some hasted creatures. And I don't want these to be easy targets for creature removal, so they are staying artifacts. But next turn, a 5/5 book will smack your face, my friend. Ooh, Kefnet is kind of scary. Alright. So, let's destroy Kefnet right away. There is no point in waiting. Let's draw another card. Yarok! Oh man. I mean, Yarok's pretty good here. I think we will... just play Yarok. Draw another card. Play land. And we will start beating our opponent with a 5/5 book.
Ah, say hello to my little friend.
Hell yeah. Just imagine getting slapped by 5/5 book. Your face being a gigantic demon lord. The feel. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have tossed away the Dovin's Veto, actually. He has a Yarok in his graveyard. So things can get a little bit spicy, I think. I made a big mistake here by discarding the Dovin's Veto. And he gets back the Yarok. That has to be expected. We will search our
My purpose is greater than myself.
sideboard for, I think, Meteor Golem. And then we will destroy both of these, because this will trigger twice because of Yarok. Actually, this is so insanely strong. We will gain 2 life because of Yarok here. And we will smack him for only 3 with Yarok. We can get back Trostani. And I think we should do that now. Meaning next turn we have lethal. Alright guys, this is awesome. We're having some pretty good and spicy games. Kefnet coming back. But I don't think Kefnet will save him at all. Oh, maybe it will. This is pretty strong. Yarok is gone. Alright. Alright, so we can attack with 2 creatures that have 5 power. Here, I don't know if we should do that, but we probably should just...
Awaken.
try. Actually, we can even crank up the power a little bit. Yep, I think this is pretty much the right call. Now, we are going in with these 2. He has to block the book with Yarok. And he has to even sacrifice his Kefnet. So we are strangling the opponent right now. And there's a land off the top, man. That feels so bad. Oh my god, now I don't even enjoy winning. What the hell? A land? I mean, I take it. We won this one. Our next opponent is Moxiane. And I like this hand, to be honest. This hand looks pretty good. Close to the best hands you can actually have. Alright, that's going to be a scry right off the bat. Or maybe not. Actually, yeah, let's scry right away. Yeah, we want to keep Crazes. For sure, we want that. Breeding Pool. Let's shock in the Steam Vents and let's play Paradise Druid. Alright, we are up against 3 colors. We're going to play the Sunpel Grove and Night of Autumn. Give it 2+1 counters. And we are trying to apply a little bit of pressure right now. I'm hoping that the Paradise Druid survives. And it will survive. That is pretty lucky. I mean, this is still pretty useless. on 3, right? It doesn't make a real difference if I cast it on 3 or on 2. Let's just swing with everything. Play this for 2. I mean, it's still drawing a card. So that's still really good. Next turn we could have played Rien. And we won! Easy as that. Alright, our next opponent is Kraton. He's playing as Jace. And I kinda dig this hand. We can play Kalia, that's everything, but let's go for it. We will play both of these tapped. Pass the turn. Then we will drop this one untapped. And we will drop Kalia. On curve actually, that's pretty good. So let's drop her. Let's get Niv-Mizzet. Or Aurelia, that's good as well. We removed a lot of lands off the top there. We would have. I'm pretty sure we would have lost the game, but I'll take this surrender. We put like 5 lands on the bottom. All right, our next opponent is Chef Stitch or Stitch. I don't actually know. And we can try and keep this one actually. I mean, we are not able to play the Zurta Goblin, but who really cares? Let's start off with the Temple of Mystery. We actually can play it. Let's keep Golas. I mean, it's my commander. I need to keep him. I really don't like what I'm seeing right now. Right, we need to apply some pressure, but we can't right now. I really hate to see this. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit annoyed when I see petitioners in Singleton. It's just such an uncreative deck. And I'm not suggesting that everyone has to play like a crazy 5 colors jank list like I am. But man, Singleton is the time to have fun. And I get that petitioner is fun for some people, but for me deck building is also a really fun part of Magic. And this just removes
now what?
the fun out of deck building, right? Because it's just you just toss in 30 petitioners and that's it. You don't have to build it like that, but you could. Alright. So what are we dropping here? I feel like we should drop the Zurta Goblin. Even though it's not the strongest card, we could drop a 4/4, but do we need a 4/4 against 1 freeze? Not really. But with this, we can actually draw a card when we play it. Alright, the play here has to be my commander Golas. Right? Has to be. Has to be! This has to be the play. There is no counter spell. Yes, it resolves. And now we will fetch a land. And we are fetching for a scry land, I think. And let's scry here. Oh man! That's the best card! This is the card you want to see on top if you face up against petitioners. You will smack for free, they will not block, I'm pretty sure. Next turn they will invest some more mana into petitioners and we will just exile them all and they will scoop. They will just surrender. No! No! I forgot, I'm so stupid. I'm just so stupid, man. I'm so stupid. I forgot that they can mill 1 as well. Oh man. That card would have destroyed you, man. I mean, I'm getting that card back. Anyway. So good luck, my friends.
I would
Good
like
luck.
to ask about any lunar anomalies.
I wish
have
you good
experienced.
luck. You need to do something. Otherwise,
I
all of your
follow the
petitioners
tracks
will
of
be
the
gone
wise.
next turn. But Tamiyo shows how good she can actually be. She's really good. So he can mill the top 12. But with Tamiyo, that's not actually too bad for us. Because we can return a card. Maybe it's a key card we need at that point in time. But with the Deputy of Detention in my hand, I'm feeling comfortable. And he's starting to block and throw away some Petitioners here. Because he knows that they're gone. That's telling me that he has no counterspell for the Deputy. I'm pretty sure that that tells me that. Alright, we lost a few good cards there. And now I'm pretty curious. Another Petitioner, alright. Why? Like, why would you ever play another one? Is there some good reason for that? I don't know, let's just go. Let's just try and exile them all. He will still mill me. Was that a misplay? Oh. Pretty sure it wasn't. Now let's drop Trostani. And attack. I mean, we have lethal next turn. And I see no way of him winning. I will not plus Tamiyo at all. And there it is! Yes! Another win in my pocket. Alright, our next opponent is Katatov. Katatov. That's his name. Katatov. But I don't want to keep this. I mean, I really don't like this as well. But we will keep it. Let's start off with the Clifftop Retreat. We have no way of activating it actually. And let's follow that up with the Jungle Hollow. And we can shock into Fairy on turn 3. That might be good enough to actually have a chance in this round. I'm actually playing Teferi. That's actually really good. If he has no instant.
Right on schedule.
I'm going to plus him.
I've got it.
There is only one spell I can think of that kills it right away. That would be Fry. Karn coming down. That's scary.
Offenser.
What is he getting? He has to reveal it. I'm pretty interested in what he's getting now. Oh, that card. Right, does he want to turn off the Teferi? He can do that. I'm going to bounce nothing here.
Try this.
Oh, we can actually prevent Karn from getting another wish. But I think Nicol Bolas on curve is just better. So let's drop him. The big boy Ravager. He drops Niv-Mizzet. Wow. Meaning he maybe has a stuffed up hand with only big spells.
I will not lose another friend.
What else is he wishing for? I mean, you can play the Spyglass if you pay 2 mana for that. I already drew a card. Teferi is already causing some trouble and showing how good he is. God Statue. Alright. Cleansing Nova. Alright, destroying all creatures. I mean, now I will cast the Zhur-Taa, paste it in. We will get rid of Karn.
This might be a bad idea.
I will.
And we have some mana open. I don't like counter spells, but this has to get countered at all cost. And this as well. I mean, this has to just not hit the field at all. That's just not supposed to happen. We will cast Aurelia 100%. And I will even go ahead and sacrifice the fairy. We will submit 0, just draw a card.
Here we go.
And we will smack for 4? Yep, it's 4. I remembered this effect correctly. Now, he had already cast a board wipe, but there could be some fancy stuff happening here. This is not looking too good for us. I mean, now we are set, right? This has to seal the deal. Let's cast Niv-Mizzet Reborn! Let's get some cards. Yep, it was enough. The opponent decided, frick no, I'm out of this. And that was our final win. And let's take a look at this gorgeous land. Alright, we get some XP as well. But this is the card why we play this event. And it's this awesome unhinged land that John Avon painted actually, and it's beautiful. I just wanted this land so badly. But yeah, we got this 6 wins pretty easy. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you are checking out my upcoming videos as well. And I wish you all a very nice day.
Hey, Lenny here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Smash that bell, drop a like, and subscribe. Now I will leave you with a choice. The top video is my recommendation for you, and the bottom one is from YouTube. Now go check them out and tell me which one you enjoyed more.